Arcadian Vanguard presents The Wrestling News in your daily wrestling newscast for Tuesday, November 5th, 2024. Good morning, I'm Mike Sempervive. We begin today with Monday Night Raw, broadcast last night on USA Network and featuring matches taped on Sunday at the Mohammed Abdo Arena in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. In the main event, Damian Priest emerged as the number one contender to the World Heavyweight title, winning a fatal four-way against Dominic Mysterio, Sheamus, and Seth Rollins, pinning Mysterio.
This match continued after the destruction by Bronson Reed. Caught, south to heaven, choke slam by Priest.
Can Priest capitalize? Damian Priest needs the cover. There it is.
Priest is the number one contender, and he'll get his rematch against Gunther.
Here is your winner, Damian Priest. It was a chaotic, fatal four-way. 5 if you count Big Bronson Reed and the effect he had, changing the entire complexion of the matchup. Dirty Dom very nearly escaped with a win, but tonight and the number one contendership belongs to the man once upon a time known as El Campeon.
After the match, world champion Gunther came out to confront Priest to end the show. Io Sky became the number one contender to the World Women's Championship, winning a battle royal.
Here is your winner, Io Sky!
Io Sky with a German suplex on the apron to win the Women's Battle Royal and earn an opportunity at Liv Morgan to the world title.
World Women's Champion Liv Morgan opened the show with an in-ring promo during which she was confronted by Women's Tag Team Champions Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair. Also on the show, Dragon Lee beat Chad Gable, and the War Raiders beat the New Day. In ratings news, SmackDown on Friday brought in 1.428 million viewers to USA Network, according to Programming Insider. That's slightly up from the previous week's audience of 1.418 million. The rating in the 18 to 49-year-old demographic was a 0.42, which is down slightly from the previous week's rating of 0.43. AEW Rampage later Friday evening set another record for the show's smallest audience ever, drawing just 172,000 viewers to TNT, according to Programming Insider. It was also down nearly 30% from the previous week's viewership of 241,000. The demo rating was also an all-time low of 0.05. In just over 3 years on the air, the show's average audience has decreased approximately 75%. And finally, turning to Japan, new IWGP World Tag Team Champions were crowned yesterday at New Japan's Power Struggle at the Edion Arena in Osaka. Great-O-Khan and Hanare won the belts with a victory over Mikey Nichols and Shane Haste in 11 minutes and 11 seconds, ending their reign at 148 days. O-Khan has previously held the title twice with Jeff Cobb, while this is Hanare's first reign. In the main event, Zack Sabre Jr. retained the IWGP World title against Shingo Takagi in 29 minutes and 28 seconds. In other selected results, David Finlay successfully defended the IWGP Global title against Taichi. Doki retained the IWGP Junior Heavyweight title against Master Wato via referee stoppage, and Shota Umino topped Sonata. Meanwhile, a new All Japan Triple Crown champion was decided during All Japan Pro Wrestling's Giant Series in Sapporo. Davey Boy Smith Jr. defeated Yuma Aoyagi in 22 minutes and 6 seconds to become the 74th Triple Crown champion, ending Aoyagi's second reign at 79 days. And before we leave you today, we'd like to remind you that however you consume your content, you can find the wrestling news 24 hours a day and 7 days a week across social media. On Twitter, follow us at Wrestling News AV. Our Facebook page is also Wrestling News AV. The Wrestling News can also be found on the Arcadian Vanguard YouTube page. And for those who utilize Amazon Echo devices, just tell Alexa to play the Wrestling News podcast. And remember to make sure you add podcast at the end. Once again, for daily updates, breaking news, and more, follow the Wrestling News across social media. And that's the news for today. If anything happens, we will be here to tell you about it. No clickbait, no paywall, just the Wrestling News. The Wrestling News is a division of Arcadian Vanguard, and the Wrestling Newscast is a production of the Arcadian Vanguard Podcast Network.